This is a podcast on what does 5' and 3' mean. I never used to understand this when I was a student, but it is actually quite straightforward when you know the structure of DNA. And I would really recommend that you work through the structure of DNA so you can understand this. And if you understand 5' to 3', I think it means you've got a pretty good handle on DNA structure. Well, I've drawn an arrow here of our base pairing, and so you can see A and T and A, etc. And then we have got the sugar phosphate backbone, which runs there and there. So we've got our sugar phosphate backbones and then the bases in the middle. Now, if we look at this molecule carefully, we can see something which is, first of all, pattern, and something which is a bit different. First of all, the pattern. We can see at the top of the molecule we have a phosphate on carbon 5, and at the bottom of the molecule we have an OH on carbon 3. So the end with the phosphate on carbon 5 is the 5' end, and the end with the hydroxyl group on carbon 3 is the 3' end. And it is that straightforward. So if we look at this strand here, we can see that the end with the phosphate on carbon 5, if we look at this nucleotide here, there's our oxygen, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then carbon 5's there, is at this end. So this is the 5' end. And the end with the hydroxyl group on carbon, if we look at this end, is 1, 2, 3. The hydroxyl group is on carbon 3 there, so that's the 3' end. And so we can see here that on this side we have 5' to 3', and on this side we have 3' to 5'. And we call this, and it's a very important word, antiparallel. The strands are running anti-parallel to each other, and we